Hi everybody. So following on from our work with gradient that we did last lesson, we can use the gradient and the y-intercept of a line instead of the x and y-intercept to sketch the graph of a line. And it's just another way we can draw the line that we might want to know using a particular form of the line equation. So if we have a look in this first orange section, we've got y equals mx plus c. That is the standard form of a line, of a linear equation written in that form. And in this case, the m just means gradient and the c means the y-intercept. I know we often think that the y means the y-intercept, but it's not, it's the c. Notice that the y and the x are on two different sides of the equation. It says there that y equals mx plus b is sometimes used, and you will see that sometimes, but we will always use y equals mx plus c. This is called the gradient-intercept form of a line, and it allows us to draw the line. So how do we do that? Well, we need to find the y-intercept to do it, and we need to find the gradient to do it, and that will allow us to find our second point. So we first sketch the y-intercept, plot that, and then we use our gradient to do it. So you can see in this little graph they've got going here, if they plotted C here first, the y-intercept, and if the gradient is 2/5 or 2/5, in other words, this is the rise. So it's rise over run, isn't it? Rise over run. So they would move 5 places in the positive direction, which is to the right, and rise 2 places, which is again positive. So move 5 across, 2 up, rise over run. So let's have a go at doing that when we don't have a fraction. We can look at it, the equation in a separate way. So let's plot these two equations. Now it says find the y-intercept and gradient and sketch the graphs. So we need to do a little bit of writing first. So m, or the gradient, and you can just write m. I'm just writing gradient to remind you what it is. In this case is the number in front of the x, 2. Now, we need that to be in a fraction if we're going to use it as rise over run, so of course we can just write that as 2/1, and that's exactly the same number, just written in fraction form. So that's our rise over run. The c in this case, which is our y-intercept, is the second part of the right-hand side of the equation. Now don't forget the sign that falls in front of that. So this isn't 1, it's actually -1, which means the y-intercept that we're plotting is 0.0, -1. So step 1, plot the y-intercept. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I'm going to draw my axes over here. Of course you're going to use a beautiful ruler to do that. Now, so I need some points. 1, 2, 3. Just going to do some in a few directions. So my y-intercept is 0, -1, so that will be down here on my y-axis. And my gradient, so that's step 1. Step 2, use the gradient or rise over run to find the second point. So let's do that, and then we'll write down the point here as well. So we are going to run 1 in the positive direction because we've got 1 is our run section, so we're going to run 1, and we are going to rise 2, 1, 2. Now, there is no reason you couldn't also do the rise part first, and you would end up with exactly the same point, and that would be perfectly fine. So the point that we've just found, I might do the other one in the opposite way to show you what I mean. So the point we've just found is 1 and 1, so that becomes our second point that we're plotting, and we simply draw a line between them with a ruler so it's straight, and I missed my point, which is not awesome, but you guys are going to do a better job than I just did. And don't forget to write our equation on our graph as well. So hopefully that is all good. Let's have a go at another one. So this equation's in a different form. X plus 2y equals 6. It is not in our y equals mx plus c form. So the first thing we're going to do is actually rearrange our equation. Rearrange the equation so it is in y equals mx plus c form. That's important if you want to do the gradient intercept form. Makes it much easier. So I'm going to take x away from both sides, and of course I need to divide by 2. Now I need to haven't done it far enough. I need to simplify and get rid of that everything that's over the fraction. So I'm going to divide everything in the right hand side by 2 and then treat them individually. So what that is going to mean is 6 divided by 2 equals 3, and negative x divided by 2 is the same as negative 1/2 x. It doesn't matter that the x is written in the second place after the number. We're still in y equals mx plus c form because our y is on one side and x is on another. If you don't like it like that, you could rearrange the right hand side and write it this way, so the x is first and then the c, but it actually doesn't matter at all. So now it's in this form, it's relatively easy to read our things that we need of it. So m, or the gradient, is negative 1/2, and c, or my y-intercept, is 3, which of course means it's 0.03. Let us plot those. So again, we need to draw our axes. Oh, they are not very straight. That is not very nice. Okay, so let's plot our y-intercept first. So 0, 3. Now, remember I said you could do the rise first. There is no reason you can't do that. You don't have to go horizontally first. If you go rise over run instead of run over rise, that works the same way as long as you do them in the right order. So the rise in this case is -1. So that means we're actually going to have to go down. So if we head down first, and then it's 2 for the run in the positive direction, 1, 2. So our ending point is this one, which is going to give us 2, 2. So let's draw a line between them. Hopefully we've got a beautiful, oh, so bad, that line. Let's try that one again. Oh, still missed a bit. Anyway, it's really important that you use a ruler. You can see it's quite difficult to get it done properly. Now, when I'm labeling my line, I'm actually going to label it in the way the equation was written or given to me in the first place rather than the rearranged version. It doesn't really matter, but it's just the way it's generally done. Mathematical convention again. I know you guys love that one. Okay, your turn. Exercise 4F. I've set 4 questions there, 8, 9, 10 and 15, and of course after that we will watch the finding the equation of the line screencast for our next lesson. All right, good luck, see you in class.